What up, yo? It's the realist. Keeping it 1,000 over here once again. And, back at y'all with a summertime story. So, back in the time machine once again, ladies and gentlemen. Throw you guys back about 5 years, 2021 summer. Working at McDonald's, doing my thing, right? Yeah, this is where we're going to start off the story. A little basic, a little boring, but it's going to get good, trust me. Ladies and strap in, right? Get your shit, get your chair, get your drink, whatever, right? So, I think at this point I worked 3 to 11, right? So, 2021, working at McDonald's, 3 to 11. And there was this dude who was named Alex, right? And he knew Gabe from the last story, right? Yeah, little cinematic universe action going on here. And I think like in 2020 during COVID, Gabe was like, I can't really, this was towards after that time we smoked, I think towards December or some shit. And he's like, oh man, I can't really plug you anymore, whatever the fuck. I'm just like, oh, okay, know anybody else, He's like, oh, I know this dude named Alex. And at that time, I was very into my circle of friends. So anytime anyone else was like, oh, I know this other guy that can, I was like, nah, man, I want your, nah, I don't fucking no one else, man. I want either you. At the time, right, it was Gabe who was hooking me up. He wasn't really selling me weed necessarily, but he'd always be like, yo, man, I got a joint, I got a gravity bong, I got this, yo, come to the parking lot, I can pull up, right? He was that type of plug, Cool ass dude. Sometimes he would sell carts, Darius, right? This other, a brother, Darius. And he worked there for a minute, and he would sell carts, right? I would buy those over the summer. That's the last story, remember? I was like, I don't know how it fucked me up, because I was buying carts over the summer. It was from that guy, right? So that's why I was surprised about my tolerance in the last story. But anyways, so 2021, I'm talking to this dude. And, right, I had this random motherfucker on Snapchat. Not even that, right? Alex started working at that. I didn't know that was the guy Gabe tried to plug me with. So I'm like, yo, what up? He's like, oh, did you know that I'm the guy and I was like, oh, shit, right? Awkward, but, not really, because, he's cool as shit, chill as shit. And I was just like, LMAO. And now we're talking about we could do this. We could, how we're smoking over the summer, right? Me and Alex, boom, boom, going to his neighborhood, pulling gravity bongs, right? I think at one point we actually smoked out of a hookah. I have a story for that and a video to go along with that. This one I actually have no image or video to go along with. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I know, but so doing my thing, kicking it, taking bitch ass motherfuckers' orders, man, just breathing down your neck. You know how it goes, right? Boom, boom, boom. And I think 9 o'clock finally fucking rolls around. I shake up with the boys, doing the whole thing. And I think at that point, 2021, I think August or something. It was summer. I know it was summer. Just trying to get the timeline down here. So, scorching hot summer, I'm wearing jeans. McDonald's, dude, sweating in that shit was the worst. Drive home, boot up Cold War Zombies, fucking Firebase Z. Yeah, that's exactly where I was at. And I'm sitting there, chilling, and who knocks on my door? And is about to, who I think is about to, fuck up my night. Because she usually does do this. She's a big troll. My sister, right, she comes in. I think she's about to be like, oh, what are you doing? Bullshit, right? That's going to start bullshit. And I was like, Sarah, what? What do you want? She's like, oh, I got this cart. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I got this cherry flavored fucking, I don't even know what the brand. I think it was Muhammad's, right? Grab my battery, she hands it to me. I'm like, oh, thanks. Yeah, this is because I think I was talking to her about getting a cart, right? Because, I just met Alex. He just started, right? So we'd only been talking for about a month at that point. Still a cool dude. I wasn't buying, carts or really anything off him at that point. So, since Gabe couldn't do shit, Darius couldn't really do shit. It was just dry at that point for Darius, and Gabe was, I can't really smoke because, my girl is really strict because he was dating a really toxic girl all the time who, right? So, I had to get it from my sister. And I'm like, oh, bet, you finally got the cart, right? Screwing into my thing, smack it, hit my vape, dude. How do I explain, like, the flavor? I'm trying to remember, like, the terps. I would say it tasted, you guys know, like oh God, something cherry. Like the cherry, like Pepsi or Coke, right? And like just the after this, the cherry little syrup flavor that they put in there tastes just like that, dude. The entire cart. It was so fucking good. Hit like a truck. I'm zooted. I'm chilling. I'm killing zombies. I'm doing my thing. And yeah, about an hour and a half later at 12:30, I remember my sister barges in. Oh yeah, by the way, here I got these edibles from the dispensary, blah blah. They were like these red little pill shaped things. They literally said 10 milligram on them. She's like, I'm gonna give you one. Let me know how you feel in an hour. I'll give you another. Slams the door. I'm like, okay. Plopped it in my hand. Slams the door. Right. Throw that down the hatch. Get some. I think I had at that point. I definitely had a beverage. Right. So I slammed some water, some Crystal Light, whatever the hell. Boom. Right. Smack on my cart. Tastes like fucking, goddamn. Actually, here's cherry. I'm pretty sure, yeah, fruit punch Crystal Light, right? They like that cherry flavored fruit punch crystal. The Huggy Barrels, the VA, any of that juice, cherry flavored bull, it tastes just like that. It's exactly what that cart tasted like. I don't know why I use like cherry soda when like that. Yeah, the cherry flavor profile is accurate, but dude, you don't get fizz when you hit a cart. Yeah, that was dumb. Anyways, LMAO. So, all right. About 30 minutes goes by, and I just start to feel a little heavy. Because, mind you guys, 2019 high school days, I'd only ever took gravity bongs, right? Me and my friends, we had this nice little spot across the street at the grocery store. Shout out Giant, right? Parking lot was so huge, and, and juniors would park there, and other people that could drive would park there. They didn't have parking passes, so, nobody gave a shit, right? So you could just blend in, load up your gravity bong, do your shit, pack up, head to class, right? That's what we did most of the time. So, right, I was used to that, and, having carts from my plugs, Darius, fucking Gabe, Alex at the time, who, yeah, he was smoking me out, but he wasn't a plug yet, right? Not like that, not at that point, right? My sister, at least, before she moved later that year, right? So, hitting on this car, I'm hitting on my vape, I'm slaying zombies, I'm blasting motherfuckers, and, God, what's it called? It gets to a point where, lifting my arm starts to feel like, whoa, Probably 1 a.m. at this point, and it was 2021. Sorry, I know I keep saying that, to try to remind myself, because remember, last video, I had videos to look at. I could go to Snapchat, okay, we were here, we were doing this, right, I remember the text, I remember who was there. Dude, for this story, it's very, especially because, I'm going to be honest with you guys, a lot of these stories were, a lot of the stories, to be honest, are like this. Oh, I go to work, I talk bullshit with a homie, and then I go home, and then there's this thing that I got, and it absolutely got me sent for the night. That's how most of my stories are going to go. Just letting you guys know now, right? I'm going to add some flavor. Going to be some interesting characters that, we index on, but just letting you guys know now that, some of these stories aren't just going to be like, yeah, and then we had this Ocean's 11 type of plan, you know what I mean? Like, he was supposed to show up at this time. This guy was going to show up here. We're going to go to my house. I think I do have one story of me and my friends getting fucked up in my house. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got a couple more, right? We're saving for the fall. We're saving for the winter. That aren't just, I went to work, got zooted, went to sleep. Basically, is what I'm saying. Majority of my stories are like that, with a few twists, few interesting characters. Like I said, that is not a lie. But most of, that's the, the fucking, the story diagram, the carrot thing you had to draw as a kid, the storyboard, whatever the fuck, rising action, climate. Yeah. If you were to look at that for my stories, it would be that for those events. Getting zooted, going to work, getting zooted, going to sleep, right? You see, yeah, not gonna lie. But, We keep it interesting over here. We keep it 1,000 over here. So, yeah, I'm feeling absolutely amazing. Start to get the FPS mode, still slaying zombies, got my elemental upgrades at this point, most likely, and go back to my sister's room. I think it's like 1:30, 2 a.m. And I'm like, hey, you get that other thing? She's like, you feel it? I'm like, yeah, kind of. Like, I'm like, 5 out of 10, like, but I'm not zooted. And she's like, all right, fine. Throw another one down there. No, I think she snapped that 1.5, right? So it's like 15 milligrams. Throw that shit down the hatch. Think nothing, right? Take a little sip of my drink. I'm still playing. I'm still chilling. I'm smacking on my cart. And, yeah, and I did, like, God, like, yeah, still at this point, no edibles. I still can't even believe that. Like, all the times in high school that I was bullshit in the parking lot, loading up gravity bombs, the homies, no edibles. Never showed up to class on edibles, right? Never got that suited. 2020 COVID post-graduation, with Chloe, all the characters from the last episode, never took edibles. Ever, right? Winter 2021, never really took edibles, I went like Delta 8, Delta 10, those had just come out, so, I was fucking with those, no edibles. So, like, this genuinely was my first fucking experience, dude, and oh my God, like, the second half starts to kick in, and I'm not just feeling a little heavy, a little zooted, a little funny, motherfucker. No, like, it's like someone just grabbed onto my, like, shoulders, like my traps. It's like someone grabbed onto my traps. Y'all ever get that off, like, heavy dose edibles or even light doses and your tolerance is non-existent like mine was, right? And it's like someone just grabbed your traps and, like, isn't even squeezing them, just pushing. It's like if you put 10-pound, like, dumbbells on your traps, like, damn, like, someone's holding me down, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I'm just sitting there, it starts, like, because, edibles start to kick in. It's not like a wave. Sometimes they creep up and then they hit you all at once. But, like, dude, this was gradual. So it was so much worse. Like, I just feel like my shoulders are slowly drooping and sagging. And, dude, my fucking eye, like, my eyelids feel like sandbags above my eyeballs. Like, I love that shit, though. Yeah, that's how you know the weed is getting you absolutely right. Like, hey, am I right or am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, so sitting there shooting zombies in the face, like 8 out of 10 absolutely baked, and I'm just like, dude, this is what people experience on edibles, like, all the time, like, and that's kind of how the catalyst started, like, fuck, like, because, now I take them, I'm not gonna say once a week, but, maybe a few times out of the month, I'll go get the brands I recommend, Redfern cookies, things in like a truck, they're like 50 milligrams THC, and then they're like 1,700 something CBD. It's like 25-to-1 ratio. It's good so you don't get paranoid and all fucked up like that, right? And another thing is that they also don't only have a strong taste. I believe these edibles that I took, they had a slight weed taste, but it wasn't like overpowering. If that's a problem for you, Redfern, and yes, they, at least in my state, right, they are 100% like compliant. So most shops you go to, tobacco store, gas station, dispensary, you should be able to find them, right? My sister got her shit at the dispensary, right? All the time. If it was a cart, it was usually from a plug. Sometimes a dispensary just because of prices, but, oh my God, dude, complete side note, man. I fucking miss, like, COVID times, getting the cart, fucking loading up Eric Kahn or Yola or some kind of cart review. Dude, those were the days, man. I don't know what it was about that, but oof. Anyways, so we are absolutely bussing, and I go downstairs. I grab me an ice cream sandwich, dude. Those, such a classic edible snack. I'm telling you, or not edible snack, fucking Jesus, munchie snack. Unlike last time where I may or may not have mentioned this, I fucking, I think. No, this was another time I was on the phone with my boy Eddie once again. Dude, I ate like 6 ice cream sandwiches, puked them all up like an hour later. Disgusting, dude. This time we restricted it down to 1, right? That was during 2020. We learned our lesson about eating that many ice cream sandwiches, right? Popped one of those. Best part about ice cream, dude, when you're high, like it kind of grounds you a little bit. At least for me, like it's like all right, like you're this high, like some of the head rush gets taken away from me because it's fucking ice cream. You try not to fight brain freeze, so I feel like I don't know some kind of phenomenon eating ice cream like low key sobers you up. I don't know what it's called. Like I've done research on it, looked it up a bunch of times. I keep saying like over and over in my videos. LMAO. Don't know why I'm so nervous to record this shit. Not even really nervous. It's just trying to remember old ass events and not sound dumb. LMAO. So I'm sitting there feeling a little bit better, right? My eyes don't feel like sandbags over my fucking lids. Some of the FPS is back. I'm like wave 20, dude. I'm running the train in the main area by the trial area. This point, I definitely had the Ray K. No, I had the Ray K, dude. I'm fucking, using that alt fire. And this is one thing that I love about the game that I'm playing here, dude. Dude, the alt fire in this game is also nuts. I know it's gonna turn into a, RoboQuest fucking advertisement here, but dude, I'm telling you, like, if you, Killing Floor 2 as well, like, if you guys love that game because of the weird alt fire, you will absolutely love this game. Last time I'll ever touch on it. Yeah, so I'm bussing, I'm fucking, it gets to a point where it's like 2:30, 3 in the morning, and, because how edibles are, right? They, like, to come down afterwards, you get tired, but I feel like when you're on them, dude, they just hit you, like, they keep you up. There's something about them that just, like, keep you absolutely, just, kind of like psychedelics, right? And we'll get into that in a moment. So, I'm shooting, doing my thing, and I hit my card again, and that absolutely sent the fucking, the edible high, dude, like, and there was just a little bit, slight little fisheye lens effect going on, just things I would look at, like my TV, door frame, like closet door for the edges of it is slightly rounded out. Like, it's had a slight little curvature to them. And it's like, damn, whoa. Like, and mind you, like, 2021, dude, this is the crazy shit I'd ever done. I didn't do Molly at that point, right? I didn't do acid, not even shrooms. Like, this is, like, at this point, this is the most zooted I'd ever been. This is the most, like, I thought, I was like, wow, this is tip of the spear. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do anything more than this. LMAO at that point. Didn't even know what was going on, realist, right? Fucking baby realist, dude. Like, dude, is it like, I feel like we all have that, we started, I started drinking at 16, and now you're fucking smoking weed, goddamn taking a Xan every now and then. It's like, I never fought the pills. Like, I took like Molly like once, dude, that was it, because there's one dude that I knew, man, crazy ass plug, and he fucking, I mean, like, this guy, man, he's like literally the type of dude he'd be like, oh man, I sell coke, I sell this, I sell, like, locked up for 6 months at one point. Locked up for 6 months. You don't want to be that guy. So anyways, right, like, I'm like, damn, like, holy shit, like, this is the most absolutely fucking dude I'd ever been. And I'm trying to remember if I got the cart that night or that day. This is the only thing in the story that for me is kind of fuzzy, because I can't remember if I pulled up to work and was like, yo, Alex, I got that, let's go to the bathroom, because that's usually what I would do when I would have a new cart, right? I would always tell the boys, like, 2020, like, no matter what era it was that I was working at McDonald's, yo, bathroom, new cart, check it out, we're hitting it, stall now, right? Locked stall, pass to your homie. Oh yeah, no, yeah, man, that's oh yeah. You're doing like the whole fucking weed review in the bathroom, dude. Like, that's why I loved working at McDonald's, man. Little ADHD tangent here. Fast food places like that, right? Like, if you're doing that now, take advantage of it. If you can go to the parking lot, go to the car with your homie on break, you get zooted, talk about bullshit life, take those 30 minutes of absolute bliss, take advantage of it. Take it, because it's not going to last forever, and when the job sucks, it really sucks. Take advantage of it. We're back on track. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so probably smacked the cart maybe once or twice more. Absolutely 10 out of 10 zooted, most I'd ever been at that point in my life. And, that was a mission success, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, we got more on the road, and keep it real. Out.